Hey guys, I want to talk about how I got into cryptocurrency, and this is a highly requested topic. I'm going to talk about how I got into cryptocurrency, the mistakes I made in cryptocurrency, so hopefully you guys can learn from that and hear a little bit about my story. So let's start off with how I got into cryptocurrency. Well, I started in 2012. That's when I first heard about Bitcoin. I had a gaming grade computer, and there was a post about kind of how to make money with your computer. So I followed a guide to start mining, and at that time you can actually mine Bitcoin with computers, with graphics cards to be exact. So at that time I started mining, and I was quite in luck because I didn't have to pay for electricity. Electricity was covered in my rent, so I thought, why not? Let's just turn this computer on 24/7 to start mining. And at that time, Bitcoin was only $10. To think about that, that was so crazy. And there was a lot of debate at that time as well, whether $10 was a bubble. You know, I'm serious here, $10 if $10 was a bubble. So I started mining, and it wasn't super profitable at the time because electricity costs were pretty high. But because I got it for free in my hall, I did make a profit. And I kind of expanded operation to 3 computers, and they were all mining, and it was actually really hot. A lot of people have been asking, can I turn my computer off when you're mining? No, you can't. It's the whole point. They're doing calculations for the network, and that's how it works. So in Canada, it got quite cold. It was -20 outside, but I had 3 computers running on these crazy GPUs, and my room was actually almost like 27, 29 degrees Celsius. It was really hot in my room because of just how much, power I was using to mine. And it got really noisy as well. So I just started my own mining operation in my own room, and that's how I got into Bitcoin. I used different pools to mine, and at that time, because hardware was expensive, I just cashed out and I stored my Bitcoins in 2 places. You might think this is crazy today, but there was a thing called Instant Wallet back in the day, and all you had to do was just enter a link, and that had your private key in it too, and that was super insecure, but it was super convenient because Bitcoin wasn't worth that much. Anyway, so I used all these crazy services. I put them on exchanges, and at that time, the best exchange was Mt. Gox. So I put my Bitcoins in various locations, and they were super not safe. And I learned about that the hard way when, Instant Wallet got closed down, so I lost all my Bitcoins there. And also, Mt. Gox got hacked, and I lost all my Bitcoins there too. So it was quite an adventure. In total, I think when I checked back on my pool, I actually mined a total of 60 Bitcoins out. 60. So if I kept them to today, if I was smart and kept a hardware wallet, which I did have a hardware wallet, but I didn't have a lot of funds in there because I thought it's more convenient to put them in exchange, and it's more convenient to put them in Insta Wallet. In fact, at that time, I was actually interested in kind of Satoshi Dice. There was a gambling program, and I was sending like single Bitcoins there. If you think about that to this day, that would be like sending $3,000 to a gambling website. But back in the day, that's what we did. We sent one whole Bitcoin to gambling sites, and it was convenient using hot wallets and using the exchange. So Mt. Gox happened, and that was a huge loss for me. And it was coupled with the fact that it was no longer possible to mine using computers. So for a while, I actually left the cryptocurrency world. I think this is my biggest regret because I got a few hits, a few setbacks, basically with the exchange closing and me losing quite a lot of funds there, and also no longer being able to mine. I didn't actually discover Ethereum until last year. And I didn't manage to discover the whole world of cryptocurrencies out there. One of the biggest reasons was because I was doing it by myself. And at this time, I was studying as well. So I kind of prioritized studying over cryptocurrency. And I didn't have anyone to talk to. And that's the main reason why I formed a YouTube channel. After I got back, after I heard about all these crazy things about cryptocurrencies, last year I got back and I started basically mining either with myself or using Genesis mining, cloud mining. And with that discovery, I started to make a YouTube channel. And it was a very, very small channel. I just talked really about what I discovered, and I started talking to people about it. And that's kind of how this channel started. That's how Boxmining started. It was all about just kind of mining because that was my interest. I was interested in technology. I was interested in mining. That's how I got started. And it was a conversation as well. I wanted to learn more about cryptocurrency, and the best way to do that is to talk to people about it. if you don't talk to people, you start losing interest very quickly. And I think that was the mistake I did back in 2012. So up to this day, I'm starting to talk a little bit more about cryptocurrency. I'm doing a lot more research, and I got to thank you guys so much for supporting my channel, because without your support, I wouldn't really push on. I would have probably lost a lot of interest in cryptocurrency. So with that, the channel started, and I started covering more topics, more cryptocurrencies. I got introduced to more cryptocurrencies through the comments, and now I learned so much more about cryptocurrencies and what they have. There's a lot more I want to do here, and I do want to share this adventure with you guys, and I do want to continue the original journey that I set out to do, which is to learn more about cryptocurrencies, learn more about the technologies behind it, and kind of learn more about how to keep my cryptocurrencies safe. Recently, I've done a lot more videos. I have more experience now because I've been using different wallets. I've been putting my cryptocurrencies in different exchanges, and I've been more private about where my accounts, because obviously the number one way to get hacked is to talk about cryptocurrencies. That's the kind of irony here. But I do have videos about those, and I'm learning so much more because you guys are talking to me. And every time you have a piece of feedback, either positive or negative, I research the hell out of it, and that's where I want to be. So guys, I want to thank you so much for this, and I want to share my adventure with you guys. Obviously, there's mistakes I made in the past. For example, putting a lot of my currencies in one place, and that's never good. I've also made another huge mistake, which is to use margin trading. I talked about that in the past, but I made the stupid mistake last year on Kraken, where I bought Ethereum at $12, 70 Ethereum to be exact. And then that was because I heard these great things about Ethereum. Ethereum was going to go to the moon. But during a flash crash, it dropped to $7, and I had to liquidated all my Ethereum. So there again, that's why I kind of made these videos to kind of tell people, at least what I've learned. So you guys don't have to fall down the same traps that I fell down, or at least be knowledgeable about them. If you want to continue margin trading, that'll be great, but you ought to learn about flash crashes, because they happen, and they just happened again recently on GDAX. So throughout this whole conversation, I learned so much, and I learned so many things about even wallets. I have a new Ledger Nano S video up, and people are telling me about different ways to kind of store currency and how to reseed a wallet. And that's super valuable to me, and I want to make more videos about that in the future. So I do want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who participated in my channel. And if you have any questions about my cryptocurrency adventure, I'd love to share more information about that with you guys. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to hear some comments about my story and what else you want to know about my adventure into cryptocurrency. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.